Y'all, happy Sunday. Good morning. I have got some Sunday tea to tell y'all, so buckle in for a story time. I do not make a habit out of sharing the contents of my readings with my clients. However, I'm going to make an exception here because there is a point I want to talk about. So, a couple months ago, I had a client come in to Spirit Apothecary to get a tarot card reading on their love life. So, essentially, this guy wanted to know where their partner was kind of at mentally when it came to their relationship. So, I pulled the cards and it says that essentially she is exhausted, she is tired. You have run her through. She is contemplating whether or not to leave the relationship, but that decision has not been made yet. It is still very much up in the air. She is sick of your shit, but she loves you, and so she has not decided to leave you yet. So I tell him that. We finish the reading. Cool. Fast forward to yesterday. Same guy comes in. He's asking about the same question, essentially. I pull the cards on what her energy is. Her energy is very much the same. She hasn't made a decision yet on whether or not she's going to leave, but she is still thinking about it. So he asks another question. Where is the relationship headed? Now, the cards that I got did say that essentially there is a way to salvage the relationship in some way, shape, or form. However, I did get the Five of Cups, which is pointing to some sort of like disappointment, some sort of feeling of like abandonment, possibly even betrayal, because it's the Mars in Scorpio card. And so we're talking about somebody feeling very hurt by another person, but needing to move on. It's just a matter of whether or not they decide to take their eyes off of the train wreck that is currently in front of them and move on to something better. Now, the other card that kept catching my eye and my energy was the Three of Cups. Traditionally, this card is a card of celebration, especially when it comes to celebrating with friends. However, whenever I get this card, it always has to do with three people being involved in a situation, whether it's positive or negative. And so I asked him, I'm like, are you in an open relationship? He says no. Okay, and so I'm thinking of other ways that this could possibly be playing out. Like maybe she has a friend that is influencing her perception of their relationship, and therefore three people are indeed in the relationship. And then he drops the bomb. This man tells me that the partner that he is inquiring about is his girlfriend because he's married. Excuse me, what? But at this point, I'm not judging yet. Yes, he said he wasn't in an open relationship, but I'm still holding on to hope that he's not just being a cheater here. And so I asked, does everybody involved know about each other? To which he says no. Look, it is my job just to read the pretty cards and let you know what they are advising and what my intuition is saying. It is not my job to be anybody's moral compass, and I stick to that, and usually I have very easy time not being judgy when it comes to my clients. But this one, where you are purposely deceiving people, and it's not even the deception that I was really struggling with, it was the lack of empathy that he was showing when it came to the situation. Because I let him know, I'm like, this relationship does seem strained and it seems like it's headed for a rocky ending, no matter how you spin it. But if you wanted to salvage anything in the relationship right now, have a conversation with everybody involved. Let them know how you're feeling in the relationships that you're in, like individually, especially with this girlfriend. Y'all, this man proceeds to tell me multiple times, might I add, that you know how Geminis are. Actually, I haven't even talked to her in a week because we got into an argument, and so I just stopped talking to her. I haven't talked to her in a week. To which I let him know that I needed to level with him. As a woman, that is extremely painful. We can tell when our partner is pulling away. And so, again, he needed to communicate with her. And he says, well, you know how Geminis are. They just need their space. She probably wants her space. She's probably actually cheating on me. I say all this to say, as someone that has been a professional astrologer for 13 years now, I will let y'all know that I do joke about blaming the planets for a lot of things. I even joke about my own personal placements and blaming them for things. But the key thing there is that I am joking, because at the end of the day, it is still your job to harness that energy that is in your birth chart, because essentially that's all your birth chart is energy that you have the free will to mold in either a positive or negative way. You can do either one with the energy that you were given at your time of birth. The planets do not dictate your own actions. They purely show the neutral energy that you embody when it comes to these kinds of life lessons and situations. Please do not blame your astrology or anybody's sun sign for that matter for why you do not like them or for any manipulative reason like this, because one, it makes my job a lot harder when I am trying to show people that astrology can be used as a very powerful tool to do good things, and it's not essentially what astrology has been made in the mainstream media, which is essentially a joke. And two, you have boiled it down to simple stereotypes that have to do with people, not archetypal ideas, and making astrology out to be way less complex than it actually is. But yeah, I'm gonna get off my soapbox right now. Do not blame astrology for your bad behavior. And that's all I wanted to say today.